What's good, royal family? It is Queen's Throne, and I'm back at you again for another video. Now, I'm kind of stuck. If you watched the last live stream I did on the whole Larry Reid situation, something is telling me to just kind of fall back. But I did get the email from Tasha K's team about that court information, the lawsuit and things like that. So if anybody is interested in seeing it, just email me at queensthrone9@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of fall back, peep the scene, see how this goes. It's a little messy, I'll explain later. But for this video, I must explain to you really quick before we jump into it. So there is an influencer on Bigo. His name is Charli. He is in the LGBT community, but recently a 21-year-old man came out and said that when he was 15, Charli touched him inappropriately and basically molested him. Now, since last video, the last time that we looked into these type of things and we heard from the other side, I feel like that kind of worked out well. So we will continue. So you'll be able to hear from Charli, and you'll also be able to hear from his accusers and those that are interviewing him. One of the people, the first video, I don't really know who those people are. They seem to be really new to Bigo, but the more detailed interview is with Liyah and somebody named Breion. And then Charli goes and talks to another content creator about the allegations that he is being accused of. So I hope you enjoy this video. I might be back periodically to let you guys know what's going on and kind of give you the rundown, since this is really, I think, the first time that Charli has made it to my page. Please make sure you hit the like. It is free. I do appreciate those that hit the like, share, as well as the donations, but even the hitting the like and sharing, it helps the channel. Anyway, let's jump into this whole situation where Charli is being accused of basically molesting a 15-year-old, allegedly, some years ago, but it is just coming up now. The first video will be the victim coming out, reaching out to these Bigo personality people. I think they're new to Bigo, and then from there, we'll continue.
Well, take it to the fucking police. Take it to court. Go behind the scenes. I'm telling y'all, y'all can say, oh, put it out there on social media, but understand this though. If you don't take this shit to court, it's gonna fuck you up in the long run. I'm telling you the truth. Don't take this shit on social media. Take this shit off of Bigo. Cause here's the thing. You gonna make this man, you giving this man ammunition. I'm helping you out. I'm on your side, but you giving this man ammunition. Take it to court. File a fucking report. That's it. Ammunition to say defamation of character, right? The fuck, y'all, come on. Don't be stupid. Y'all smart. Y'all smart enough. Come on, man. Y'all supposed to, if you gonna build a cake, don't build it on Bigo. Fuck. Come on. Be smart about it. Be smart with your moves. Don't be showing your hands. And I understand where you're coming from, Liyah, but I understand that y'all want to give out an awareness.
Stop talking when I'm talking. Shut your ass up. Okay? Move. Back up. You're stuttering so hard you can spit all on my forehead. Goddamn. First of all, Charlie on the run from court. He has failure to appear and some more shit. He moving to avoid court. He's moving to avoid being served. So, no, he ain't taking nobody to court. Then nobody got shit to worry about. And it's only defamation if it's a lie. So, let's just say that he wants to turn around and say that he's lying on me. I'm suing for defamation. This nigga could pop up with the video, and if it's him, it's gonna get thrown out. So ammunition for what? It's only defamation if it's a lie.
It's definitely not a lie. I just seen the video. It's
I'm not scary. I'm just saying, like, but okay. I'm just trying to understand y'all thought process on why bring it to Bigo.
I don't know. Maybe because everybody else brings shit to Bigo. Maybe it's because he realized the platform that he be on. I don't know. It wouldn't be me though. But maybe he just wants the truth to be out.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just living my truth. I'm just.
I understand that, but what can Bigo do for y'all though? What the hell can this app gonna help y'all?
Maybe he just wants vindication. Why are you a therapist?
No, I'm just saying. It's.
I mean, you pressure this boy, and he's up here telling his truth. If you don't want to hear it, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. What? Yeah, okay, I appreciate. Thank you for bringing awareness that this man is a pedophile. Cool.
You sound like a victim blamer, a victim shamer. And
no, I'm not victim shaming.
Ladies, I feel like you should drop him. He playing with his boy trauma.
Yeah, cause I'm like confused as fuck.
I'm not talking
I'm
heavy.
confused
I'm
too.
helping this man out.
You ain't helping nobody. You can't even help yourself.
Wait a minute, help me? Help me for what? I'm good. I'm straight.
Okay, then move. This boy not straight. He hurt.
And I understand, and I'm sorry, hey, bro. I'm sorry that you went through that, bro. My
Okay, then get out
condolences.
his
I'm
face.
praying.
Get out his face. And he do need to go to the police if he does have a video, in fact, that says that. But get up out his
Thank you.
face.
That's what I'm saying.
You stuttering and you getting spit everywhere. Like, goddamn. Tell me.
I'm not even
Hey, don't
stuttering,
you got spit on
so
your
shut up.
forehead too? Lispy ass. Don't you got spit on your forehead too? Tell me.
Liyah, shut your ass up.
Goddamn. Move up out his face.
I'm not even joking.
I'm gonna drop too. Get up out that boy face. Let him tell his story.
Oh shit, I ain't want to say nothing, but Weezy, get the fuck down. Let him wake it up. Wake it up, baby. You speak your truth. You talking, baby. We right here.
Oh, baby, you left. Oh, baby, you ain't have to leave. What I was
All of
gonna
these
say
people coming
is,
up here victimizing him adds to his trauma. And this is something that victim shaming is never okay. And I didn't get any information on the young man. I hope somebody did. But if somebody is having sex with children, this is a high crime and a felony that needs to go to the police. Now, if social media chooses to embark on it and piggyback on it, that's one thing. But this needs to go to the police if this is indeed what's happened.
I think you're
Well,
right, Tammy. I think that's what I'm going to tell him to do versus me sending the truth teller because the video is really, really in depth. Like,
The thing with it is even dissemination of that information, even if you send it to the police, if you have the video, tell somebody needs to call the police, because one thing about pedophiles, I worked with them for years, they don't stop. They just find new victims and new ways to do whatever it is they doing. I don't know if this is true. I have not seen a video. I would never say anything like that. But if this is true and you are indeed looking at a video, this needs to go to the police. That's where these matters go, to the police.
right, but I feel like the little boy coming up here telling his story, he's telling his story so that other people that's out here not aware, they can be aware of a pedophile
Hmm.
that's around. So, I mean, I personally don't want to see the video, but personally, I think truth tellers should see the video at least to say that another person that is on Bigo, because Lady Giller, I'm not sure who you is, and the little boy, we not sure who he is, but we know who truth tellers is. We just want somebody to know 100% Charlie faces in this video with a fucking child, because this is a serious thing. This is a serious thing that this guy done a whole campaign on Trina B, saying Trina B was a pedophile and accusing him for what his son had got charges for. But this whole man is doing the same thing. I think that the video should go to Truth Teller, and Truth Teller, I don't think you should release the video, because if it's a child, you shouldn't release it. But you are somebody that get videos, and you can confirm to us that Charlie face is in this video. And if Charlie face is in this video, baby, Charlie, we're gonna ray you out like you wore Trina B out, baby. But yeah, but if ain't no face, it ain't no case. So that's all I'm saying.
I just wanted to say that nobody should get the video. The video is child pornography. Anybody that is passing that video around could be in trouble.
right, that's what I'm afraid of.
And listen. I just want to say this. If I was victim shaming, if y'all took it as me victim shaming, I apologize. But for one, I'm just helping him out. I'm just saying, don't take this shit on social media. If this a fucking pornographic child pornography type of content, take it to the fucking court. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Don't bring this shit to Bigo. Bigo isn't gonna help y'all. Bigo ain't gonna do a fuck ass thing about it. I'm just helping y'all out. I'm sorry that if y'all took it as fucking victim shaming, I apologize. But I so sorry for that young man to go through some shit like that. I'm very, very sorry. And Lady J, please just do what you know that's right and that's morally right. Please take it to the court, take it to the police. That's the best thing you can do. That's the justice that
I think
this
I'm gonna
man.
let him do it because y'all said even if I pass it along, it's pornography. So I'm gonna have to
No, it
leave it
won't
up
be
to him.
pornography. You can say he gave you the video. He was too scared to go to the police. He was traumatized. You can say that. Just say, hey, this man was traumatized. I was too scared to go. He was too scared to go to the police, and
He was
that's
trying to
it.
come back in, but Charlie must have got him banned. He wanted to give
What
y'all
he
his
he got
Twitter. He
locked?
said he was gonna post it on his Twitter.
No, don't post it anywhere. Keep it
No,
off
no.
the
He
internet.
he said he was gonna post it, not me.
So in the video we just heard, the victim goes on a ladies panel on Bigo. Her name was Lady O Gilliam, I believe. The victim's name was Telling My Truth. Then there was another person that was in the box. He had the lisp or whatever. He was referencing this video. Now in this alleged video, allegedly, Telling My Truth was 15 at the time, and Charli was about 20 years old and molested Telling My Truth at 15. Now, never send a video like that where it's a video, even if the person is now grown, but any type of video or any type of pictures where the victim is underage, because that is child pornography and we definitely don't want to rotate it. The man with the lisp was actually, spot on with Telling My Truth should have possibly brought this to the police at least first. The idea should be to get this type of predator off the street. I am inclined to believe this victim though. However, Charli is very manipulative, and I'm pretty sure we'll look into Charli a little bit more as this situation comes out. Now, one of the people that I joined and was kind of capping on the dude with the lisp, her name is Liyah. She allegedly just had a baby, so congratulations to her. But her and Charli do have a lot of bad blood and stuff like that. However, later on, a person named Breion as well as Liyah continue to interview the victim on their panel. So let's take a look at that now. Let's go.
We not gonna even jump the gun. We ain't worried about this between them. I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with them. A lot of those are trolls anyway. How
Right.
old are you now?
I just turned 21 on January the 3rd.
Okay, and how old were you when these alleged events when they took place?
I was 15 years old.
Okay, and this was, you say, in Augusta.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, were you and Charlie neighbors?
Yes, he was neighbor to my aunt. My mom and dad died when I was 10, and my aunt took me in,
Mm.
and he was he
Oh,
was neighbor to my aunt.
all right. Sorry to hear that. How long were you and Charlie cool before anything happened?
I mean, not cool. I would never say cool. It was more of a, like I said, I feel like he kind of played on my intelligence a little bit, cause
Mm-hmm.
basically I was on the porch and I was needing a ride to go get something to eat, and he
Mm-hmm.
had to overhear my conversation because when he came out, he offered that ride, and me, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, young, naive, rebellion, I took the ride, and
Mm-hmm.
when we got there, he offered to pay for my food, so I'm just like, maybe I done found a good friend, somebody I can potentially call a big brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we got back to the apartments, because it was Regency Apartments, if anybody know you from Augusta, Regency Apartments, Thomas Lane. Um, we got
What?
back to the
I'm sorry. Can
apartments.
you repeat that? What's the name of those apartments? I'm sorry.
They call it Regency Apartments, and then on Thomas Lane.
Okay.
And when we got back to the apartment, like I said, he asked me what was I gonna do for the food, and I'm like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? And from there, he felt on me, and that's how everything started.
Okay. Take it back a little bit. When he asked you, "What are you going to do for the food?" At any point when he said that, did you really not know what he was talking about?
Like I really didn't, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I can't say that, like I wasn't willing, but I didn't know what he was on, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
up until he started touching on me, and then
Mm-hmm.
it just went down.
Okay. Now we got to be a little more on. These are serious allegations. Now, when you say he started to touch on you, what does
Yeah,
that look like?
he literally right hand touched his right hand touched my left leg, went up a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and basically talking to me like, well, what you gonna do since I bought you this food? and I had a little reaction, but at the
Mm-hmm.
time it didn't go down right there. It didn't go down to the next time we did it. Like it didn't go all the way or nothing like that until he did touch me, like touch my private area the first time, but we didn't actually do
Mm-hmm.
nothing until the next time when my aunt was gone. He knew that my aunt was going to work.
Who was Charlie living with at the time?
At the time, I don't think he was there. He wasn't nobody. Nobody was there.
So he was living by himself.
Yeah, it was just him. I never seen nobody.
Let me ask you this: do you remember what type of car he drove?
Um, damn, I can't remember. I want to say a little Nissan, but I really can't remember.
Okay. May I ask, do you at least remember a color? Nah.
But it was gray.
It was a gray. Okay. A gray vehicle. Um, what's your sexual preference now? Would you identify as heterosexual, homo, bi?
I mean, confused as fuck. You want to be honest?
Okay.
Confused.
Have you been with
I mean,
any males after Charlie? Let me ask it that way.
I can say this. Like I have not. I ain't. I have not been with a female.
Hmm.
You know.
Ever?
So no.
Okay.
Like that shit. This shit kind of put me in the shell. Like I really went up in the shell. Like I didn't want to come out the house for a long ass time. It
Hmm.
just like I said. Like I don't know. More embarrassed
Hmm.
than anything. And I would have been told my truth, but
Hmm.
if anybody knows my city, it's not just easy. It's just 1, 2, 3. It's not like that. So
Yeah. I could
Absolutely.
imagine Augusta, Georgia. I'm sorry, Liyah.
So, not to skip too far ahead, but did you find yourself battling your sexuality after that happened to you?
yeah, yeah. I was taking Xanax. I was like taking pills and everything just to try to forget that shit. And like I said, like that shit really fucked with me. Like it did.
And not to jump ahead either, but to silence the comments. I know the reason why you aren't camming up, but can you please explain to them your reason for not revealing your face?
I mean, cause I'm just not right now.
Are you ashamed,
Of course,
embarrassed?
I'm only 21 years old. It's
And this is the
embarrassing.
first time. And this is the first time you talked about this.
Right. I told my aunt when I was 19, like, well, my aunt came to me and asked me about the shit at 19, and so I went on and told her. But the reason why I told her is because she had the video. You know what I'm saying?
She had to.
But she decided, like, it was just a between like a pinky promise between us. Like, I didn't want nobody to know, and so she just basically left it up to me. Like, whatever I do, she always gonna support me. So, and that's what it was.
Okay. And that was the young lady that was on the panel earlier with you, right?
Who?
Who was the young lady when you were on the panel earlier? Who was that lady?
I just met her today.
So I have a question. So how did you find someone to like do the interview with when you first came on here? How did you find that lady?
Well, I first went to Charlie page and I tried to add him, but I was automatically blocked. And so I just basically went
Mm,
to and then even when he was on the little thing, what y'all call panel, whatever, I was
mm-hmm.
I was trying to get in on that to tell my side of the story, but I was automatically blocked. And like
Hold,
I said,
hold on. Okay, take to rewind just a little bit. You said you saw Charlie live and you tried to go into his live broadcast, and you said you
okay,
were
this
blocked, which means it didn't even let you in.
yeah, it didn't even let me in from the jump. Like when I
So how
first
did he
created my
know to block you?
Yeah.
exactly my when that's when I first created my big O, I went to
Hmm.
Charlie page first automatically to add him. I was automatically blocked. Then I seen him after
Well,
I
to be fair, your page do say Augusta, but what about your page would make him block you?
Yeah. What was on your page? Like the name? Was it
that's
different?
no only thing is telling my truth. That's what I made my page about because that's what I was coming on here specifically to do. And then they were saying they not
Hmm.
they was it's so many lies being told, like it's so many lies within their his panel or whatever. I don't really know how to address it, but
Did
his
you say
panel like
something
he
to Charlie? Did you say something to him to make him block you, or you just popped up in there and you were blocked?
I just popped up and I was popped up when I went to add it added like I tried to add him as a friend. It added, but then when I went to try to get him live, it says this like hold on, I took a screenshot.
Okay, and I want to say this too, y'all. When you go on a person's page, it shows you. You can see anybody who's ever clicked your page under the visitors. I do want to say this. When I clicked this page earlier and I saw Augusta, you got to think about somebody like Charli. Like when you click on somebody's page that's visiting your page and it says Augusta and then the name says telling your truth. When you got something to hide or you're somebody that's like him, I could see possibly why he got blocked. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Basically, like,
Because I
dude,
don't understand that. There would be no other explanation as to why he would block him if there was nothing even said about this shit.
I mean,
Bro.
I literally have no reason to lie, folks. Like, my two main people dead. I'm just telling my truth because, like I said, when I was live with the lady earlier, it's a new year. I'm just trying to, get these little skeletons out of my closet and move on with my life. Nobody need no clout. Don't want no money. Like these folks talking about something. I was asking for $25 to drop. I never said nothing about no $25. I did say if y'all want the video, cash at me. But I never said nothing about no money, no, like the amount, no none of it.
Exactly. Because that was one of the biggest things too. Not to cut you off, because they were saying that why was he trying to sell it? So to clear that up, he wasn't selling anything, guys.
Right, but you got all these people coming at me, like coming, telling me, saying this. Half three people saying go to the police. Half these people saying, well, show us the video. Then they saying, well, if you show the video, you're gonna be charged with child porn. So I'm just like, I really didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to feel like I ain't want to feel like I'm on here lying because I don't have to lie about nothing.
Can I ask another question? So I remember you saying that it was on your aunt's security cameras. And right. you said that your aunt didn't catch on until about you were 19 years old. So what made her decide to check the footages from that particular time?
She didn't tell her. She didn't come and ask me about it. Like she asked me was I gay at 19. And so me being still like in denial, I'm like, hell no. She was like, what if I told you I had a video of you in my house? And it all came out then. We both cried.
Wow.
We both cried, and she told me she was like she'll never judge me, and she was gonna leave it up to me. Whether if I wanted to come out that day or 10 years from now or never, she was gonna always support me, and that's just what it was.
Are you going to the police with this? Because before you answer this, of course, there were people that were saying, why do people come on Bigo before they go to the authorities? Is there a reason you came to Bigo before going to the police?
I wasn't at first. I wasn't gonna go to the police. My whole point of this was just to make awareness of young black men that are being taken advantage of by older people that pray like him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But after all that today and listening to his live, like just how he was, basically trying to really up here acting like you nigga, you not nothing for me to lie on. Like you stink, honestly. But after today, I am gonna.
You said he stinks. Are you? I'm trying. Okay, let me say.
That nigga got more hair than a bear.
Even back then.
Yeah, hairy back ass.
Okay, telling my truth though, I have to ask, how many times did things happen? We know it was more than one.
We linked up 5 times, but it was like twice in one day, like that. And then I counted the first time from when he touched me. That's why it made it like 5 times.
I haven't seen the video. I don't want to see it. I mean, that's a form of child pornography. But I will ask you some kind of like very descriptive questions. How far did it go? Was it intercourse? Was it oral?
It went all the way.
Who was the top and who was the bottom?
Well, I tried to to take it, but I couldn't. So,
May I ask why?
Ask why what?
You weren't able to take it. And there's a reason why I'm asking that.
Because it's too big.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Um, hmm.
Yeah, I'm just being honest.
May I do have to ask this too. Was there ever condoms involved?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
In the video that I actually kind of showed today, I had on a condom.
Why did you wait so long? Why now? Was it just because he came across your feed? I mean,
Like I ain't seen Buddy like in some years, and just like
hmm
I said, I was just scrolling yesterday and just to see that nigga made me sick. You know what I'm saying? So
I just want to say this. A lot of y'all are saying, "Oh, why isn't he showing his face?" Like y'all ain't never seen 60 Minutes, and they have a whole
hmm
shadow of a motherfucker telling you something. Like y'all pick and choose when certain shit is acceptable and when certain like. I personally feel like y'all asses just want this man to expose his stuff. So y'all could take a screenshot, drop it in the Google image search, and stalk his motherfucking life for his truth. And me personally, I stand with the victim, the alleged victim. I don't feel like he should expose his stuff. He's not a host. He's not getting paid for this. He's just out here just telling his truth. So the fuck. Thank you.
like today, not to cut you off, but if you go back to because I was listening to it live from the lady live, the lady that whatever her name, Lady G, whoever. I was listening to his live from her, from her, and something that stood out to me is on the live he started singing like the Arthur song. Like in a situation like this, why would kids be on your mind?
let me be a little on some big old shit. K9, I know you want a little 5 second exposure. That receipt, you said I slid into Charlie's DM. Now Charlie is the king of receipts, right? How come that receipt was never produced? Ever. You also do know that Charlie said that I was the reason he came to Bigo, that his eyes were dreamy, and that I literally saw him and I came to Bigo because of him, but not one receipt was ever produced. So I don't know if you trying to get your little minute of fame or whatever, and go deal with them demons you dealing with, and put some damn Carmex on them dry ass lips, bitch. Sorry about that. When you go to the police in the morning, um, what are your hopes? Like, I mean, what are your expectations? Do you have any?
Um, I'm seeking justice now at this point. Like it is what it is. Like I didn't want it to come to this point, but a nigga
Mm-hmm.
talking like that, like talking reckless, like, I was like I said from the beginning, I wasn't trying to take it this far. I was just trying to tell my truth and spread awareness about basically like you got to watch these old cats around, young boys. Like this shit really is real life. This shit really go on.
And when you say that, where were you planning on telling your truth at? Here on Bigo?
Right, because this is like I said, this is my first time seeing him in about 5 years. Like seeing him on
Uh-huh.
anything. I don't uh, seeing him on anything. This is my first time seeing him.
So you
They
thought,
kept trying to
okay,
say that somebody, I guess the girl, they was trying to say that I was sent to make a storyline, but I wouldn't play like that, and I put that on my mom and dad's grave. Like I'm not gonna play
yeah,
like
and
that.
you may not know what story or how it goes on here, but right now Charlie is, in a lot of different stuff. So stuff like this, yeah, this is what people do. They hire people to play roles and say stuff. People do that a lot over here. That's why we're asking these types of questions. But I do want to ask. You said that you were coming here to like make people aware of your stuff that happened. There's no way you could have thought that and it not directly affect him because, of course, you would have had to reveal him in doing that. So you can honestly say that there's no malicious intent, like in regards to you telling your truth.
No. What? I mean, this only thing I see happening out of this is me being more in the shell, to be honest. But I feel better within myself, so that's all that matters. Within
Mm-hmm.
myself, I know those skeletons are gonna be out of my closet. I ain't gotta turn back and look back at this shit no more. Like I told you, like I said earlier, sometimes I can smell the smell from him and get disgusted as fuck. Like that's just how bad like the niche was, and that's on everything I love.
Mm-hmm. How did you find? He probably already answered it. I think I forgot too. How did you find Lady G, or how did she find you?
Well, I was on like I said, I went to look for Charlie page first, and I
Hmm
was blocked. And so I started looking up, just searching everything that I could, and I came across her page in the comments.
She's not a host. How did you contact her? It's like, were you guys communicating in the comments? Did you DM
Yeah, I
her?
said
Like,
in the comments. I said in the comments.
so in the comments, you said what? Hey, Charlie touched me. Like, how did that go?
I I asked her. I was basically telling the truth in my comments, and she commented and told me to inbox her. I guess because
Hmm.
she could get. She was the only one responding out of everybody.
Mm. So you were just throwing out to see who was gonna, catch it.
Right.
Cause I mean, there's no way you could have known who was who. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. May I ask? You say you're going to the authorities in the morning.
Right.
Saying stuff like that, that's a real, real big thing. Do you plan on, or may we ask of you that you do update us on that? Because
Oh,
until we see
I'm
something
gonna be
like that,
so people know that I'm not joking. I'm gonna be on Bigo Live when I go to the
why you
authorities.
do?
I will
You're
be
gonna go to
on
the
live.
police?
Okay. Did you say something, Leah?
You
I
said he's going
honestly
to the
like
police?
the
Hmm.
disrespect, like no, and it's not. And this ain't. I feel like now, like I'm speaking up for not only me, for other people that he may have hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna bring him down for everybody that he's hurt. So it's gonna happen tomorrow morning. I'll be to Richmond County.
Hmm. Are you planning on showing your face
I'll show
when you
all
do
my
that?
paperwork. I'll block out my name, but I will show
Mhm.
the paperwork and everything.
I think
Just
that's a
to
good idea anyway. Period. Like
I
that's a
definitely feel
good.
like you should press charges as well. You know what I mean? I don't feel like anybody should get away with, doing anything like that, to be honest. But he's on the run now from the law, so it's just a lot.
Now you say he's 21. Happened when he was 15. So that's not what statute of limitations is. What 7 years, or does it vary? Does anybody know in the comments? Because I don't think, or does it
I
even
was talking
apply to
to someone earlier
sexual?
on here. They was like, "Is no limitation on that."
There's no limitations. Okay. 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 Hmm. How let me ask you this. How did you stop messing with Charlie? Like, how did the link ups stop? Did you stop it? Did he stop it? Did somebody move away? Like,
He moved away.
So this was something that was repetitive. Like he messed with you more than one time.
Right, but like literally, we stayed like literally right next door to each other.
You know what's crazy? It was a long time ago. Me and Carly were beefing a long time ago, and somebody kept saying that somebody's aunt was looking for Carly because they had messed with their nephew or something like that when they stayed in these apartments. Are you that nephew?
I have no idea what you talking about.
Unless it's somebody else. Maybe it's somebody else, or they made that shit up. I don't know.
But like,
hmm,
it could have like where we lived at. It was multiple teens around us, so may have been another person, but I can't speak for them. Sorry.
were you guys ever intimate outside of like sex? Meaning, have you ever spent the night? Like, have you ever
No,
laid up with each other? Like, done things intimate, like in a relationship?
no, never.
Have you ever desired that from him?
No, no. I
So every
didn't.
time
No.
that you every time that you guys hooked up, did you receive anything for it, like monetary, food, anything?
I mean, he used to try to goddamn like sell me little. He used to try to sell me like little dreams. Like he had a good job, supposedly worked at what the job called Electrolux. He supposed to have had a good job at this job called Electrolux. So like when niggas when niggas feel like they got a little something, they try to tell you what they can do for you, but it don't goddamn. You know what I'm saying? It don't never come through or whatever. Like I was messing with and it's funny. I specifically remember around the time I was messing with him because when he had like VH1, he had went like popular in Augusta for like hacking. Like he put out the Love and Hip Hop videos. If I don't know if y'all know about that, but like he had hacked like into VH1 system. This is around the time that I was talking to.
Oh, what did he do? He hacked into VH1's system.
Yeah,
Yep, he was sharing the video of the actual Love and Hip Hop and stuff before they would air.
Yeah, before it would air, he would already put it out to everybody else. This is around the time that me and him was talking.
Oh, he was bootlegger. Yeah. Okay.
No, it doesn't sound very detailed.
I have no reason to lie about nothing.
Have you ever sought therapy for the things you've been through?
I done been to therapy before, counseling. I done did a whole lot of shit, man. It's just like I said, I basically turned into an introvert where I really don't even go out the door. You know, this shit really put me in a shell. Like,
now I know you said you've experienced with like Xanax. You know, Xanax is make you go to sleep. Was there any other drugs?
I tried heroin before, but it was just, you know. I done been through a lot, man.
You ain't gotta have no shame in saying nothing, but we you so many crackheads in the comments, and I'm one too. So you ain't never gotta feel no way about the hero. But are you currently using, or are you completely sober?
No, I actually been clean for the last 11 months.
Okay, congratulations. That's cool.
I ain't drunk.
Can I ask some questions? So, to your knowledge, he didn't mess with any other boys around you. He just messed with you.
To my knowledge. That's to my knowledge.
What's your skin? Man, hold on, real quick. What's your skin? Would you like brown skin, light skin? Like, what would you say your skin complexion is?
Like dark brown.
Okay, I just wanted to know. Okay, Liyah, you can go. I'm sorry, I just wanted to know that.
So, y'all were left alone a lot of times.
He did tell me that he did when, you know, when I first like our first real encounter, he basically was, you know how a person trying to make somebody comfortable. He told me that he had messed around with his cousin before, and like, you know what I'm saying, like basically like I ain't had nothing to worry about. As long as I didn't tell nobody, everything would be cool. You know, everything would be cool. We won't have nothing to worry about. He had done messed with his cousin before, so that's why I kind of gave in, because I thought he was
His
like
cousin?
you know, yeah, he told me that
His
he
cousin
had
was
messed with his cousin before.
Was the cousin a male or female?
Had to be a male if he's saying that they just didn't tell nobody. They won't make sure they don't tell nobody.
He messed with Aylin J when Aylin was allegedly underage too. Is Aylin J in the comments? Do you want to come up, or did he?
He can't. He don't have no voice over here because Aylin, you kind of fucked up your story. I mean, with your actions and stuff. It's just, and then you never went through to the police. That's what's making people be so, sketchy about him. You know, that's something serious. So why wouldn't you go to the proper authority? So you messed that up, boy. Sorry. Hold on. Not Aylin said I sound slow. You know what? I'm not gonna even rebuttal because y'all already know that is the last read you need to be saying about anybody being slow down, or anything. Get your little ass up out of this room, because I promise you gonna get your feelings hurt. Just leave. Don't kick them. Just walk your ass up out of here, Aiden.
Walk your ass up out of here. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You said just walk your ass up out of here.
Yeah. No, because at the end, like I said, you guys probably missed it. At the end of the day, I preface this when I start. This is serious. I
Breion,
don't want
get cut off?
No, he's there. I think he's getting phone calls. Can you hear us telling my truth?
Yeah. I'm still listening.
Is somebody texting you while you're doing it, or calling you while
Say that again.
somebody had told me that somebody had told me that Carly possibly put this own story about him to try to get people to defame him or whatever the fuck. I wouldn't believe that Carly will put out this type of story about him. Me personally. Now there's so many different stories that you could put out about yourself. This would be the worst one because see, there's some people that would believe it or that wouldn't believe it. It to be when you're getting judged in the point of public opinion, it wouldn't make sense. And me personally, I'm not saying he did or he didn't, so it couldn't be to set me up. Couldn't be to set Breion up either, because nobody up here is saying he did it. The only person that's saying he did it is the alleged victim. I'm just interviewing them. We're just interviewing them. Nobody up here is saying that he did anything. I can't confirm or deny anything because I wasn't there.
From what he said earlier, I was working for you, and I don't know you from a can of paint.
My first time seeing you was up on that lady panel.
And then the people that watch me, I hope y'all would know, I wouldn't even associate with Liyah if I felt like they were doing this type of stuff. Like, it ain't even no reason to be involved in stuff like that. And I just met him today. I didn't like this. Just kind of fell into my lap. So this kind of just happened. This wasn't planned. But
I heard what he was saying because I heard what he said because the lady G was she was always live and his thing was playing in the background. I could hear everything.
So she was a double Bigo on him. So he said he found Bigo because he was on YouTube. You know how it suggests video. You know Bigo is it's everywhere now. You don't have to be on Bigo to, see Bigo videos. If there's any comments, like legit comments, I mean I don't mind. We could take a couple of them. We can just read them from here though.
Questions.
I do have. You said that you haven't been with a female since. You're kind of confused, in which that's quite understandable, especially since you're still young.
I've never been.
And earlier, I remember you said that you felt like that situation that allegedly had happened. He said to add him.
Okay, I just saw it. Hold on, I got you. I don't see him in the queue. It's 2 minutes. Hold on, let me kick people. God damn, why do y'all be doing this?
Just click his name, and it should be like an invitation button.
Okay.
Well, my bad, y'all. I'm late to the interview, but it's hard to hear about your story, man. It's unfortunate, but what's the reason why you won't show yourself? Are you afraid of retaliation or something?
Just at this time, I'm just not wanting to show myself. Like this all new to me, just like it is to everybody else. So with time, I will reveal who I am. It's just this my first time telling my truth, and that's what I came on here for. I feel like my face doesn't have nothing to do with my truth.
And I'm sure you could never imagine that you would have been doing this in front of thousands of people too.
Yeah.
I honestly did not expect it.
Do you think that Charli would retaliate against you?
Well, get his ass beat? I ain't seen no thing.
Okay.
And then another thing too, when I was saying he banned from Augusta, he banned from. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you at no courthouse. Come on, let's make sense. You said you came to a courthouse in Augusta. Who is this nigga in this city? He's nobody. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have known he was here or in the area, yeah, you are banned from the city, and I stamped that. I ain't speaking on no police banning him. I'm speaking on me, my family. We banning him.
What is being banned from? What does that mean? Meaning there's people looking for him. I don't know if what does that mean?
If we see him, it's up. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I have to ask, when you say we, you said you only shared this to your aunt. So have you shared this to anybody else? Where are these other people and this hate coming from where he will have to be banned?
My brother. I mean, my brothers know in it. If we see that man in it, well, it's up. Like it's up. I ain't got no words, no arguing. I'm not with none of that extra shit. It's just up.
Okay. I didn't know Augusta was that small, y'all. My bad. It's my ignorance.
It's very small.
Augusta is a city that everybody knows.
Has this ever created any type of homophobia for you? Like are you homophobic? Is what I'm asking. Like, has this created any type of homophobia? I've heard a lot of guys that were sexually touched, assaulted, or whatever. They end up becoming kind of homophobic at some point in their lives. Has that ever happened to you?
Like against
gay people, or that faggot this, punk this. I don't want gay people around me type.
I don't judge. I don't judge nobody. Like, as long as
Mm-hmm.
it's a respect thing, I'm cool on with any and everybody.
He said, "Why come out now?" Some of those questions you guys are asking, he's already answered them. Like, why come out? He's already answered that. He already answered it. And honestly,
Begin- If y'all,
I
some
don't
of y'all
see any
late.
holes in the story, y'all. I don't. I think at this
And a lot
point,
of y'all
everybody
asking
was trying.
for proof,
Huh?
but when Charli, sorry, not to interrupt, but a lot of y'all are asking for
Mm-hmm.
proof and this and that. When Carly tells lies on people, when do y'all be in his comments asking for proof?
Because he tells y'all he don't have to show y'all shit. He don't owe y'all nothing. So why don't y'all extend that same courtesy to other people when it's being done to him? And make no mistake about it, Charlie would have not spared this had this happened about me, her, or any goddamn body. Right? And nobody is saying he did it. That's what I want. Like, nobody is saying he did it. The only person that is the young man that's in box one.
His accuser.
If
And a
there's
lot of
no
y'all,
more,
I want to say something before we
you
move on to
know,
asking questions. I seen a few comments that said Charlie was just 20 years old. How was he just 20 years old if he's 26? 5 years ago, he would have been 21, correct?
mm-hmm.
So he would have still been too old to mess with a 15-year-old. So whatever point y'all trying to make is not hitting. Sorry. I get that a lot of y'all aren't good at math, like how y'all say I'm 29 and shit like that. If I was born in 95, that means I would be 27 right now. Like y'all don't, I guess we lack that lack, whatever. But who want to come up and ask questions?
It's not sending my years. 20 or 21 is too old for 15. Well, the age of consent in Georgia is 16, so regardless, I mean, he was still underage. Mia, you there?
I didn't mean to get on, Bray.
Oh, and I didn't mean to kick her out, too. Well,
Y'all steady getting in that damn queue.
I don't get. Do you feel better? Telling my truth? Like, you said you felt lighter. How do you feel now after doing this? Oh, we
Hmm?
lost him. Okay.
I was gonna ask him too, like, what does he plan on doing after this? Like, does he plan
Yeah.
on, you know?
So he says he's going to the authorities in the morning, y'all. So he says he's going to go live while he's doing it. Won't nobody know until, I mean, you know, I don't really see any holes in his story. He sounds consistent to stories I've heard of people that have been, violated, the way he can recall, the way he smells, and, things of that sort. So, no, all I know, it was a lot of damage control being done. I ain't never seen Charlie do no interview with no Royce of all people, which was very biased. That was just weird.
So, we just heard from the alleged victim in the situation. I'm inclined to believe the victim, just the way that he answered the questions, how he recollected the situation. Sometimes, survivors can forget things, certain details or whatever. I think the way that he answered the question is as expected, like in the Larry Reid situation, in my opinion. However, he also did not cam up. That does not mean anything bad to me. In reality, I totally understand that as being a survivor of child molestation, it can definitely be traumatizing, especially when you feel the need to go on a public platform and tell your story to expose the person. I'm not shading the alleged victim in this case. I do believe him. Again, the way that he answered these questions is textbook. You know what I mean? And as a survivor, I felt that. Now, I hope that the victim does go to the police department. I have heard no continuation about this, meaning that the victim, to my knowledge, has not been on another platform or even Bigo talking about this. That does not mean that the victim did not go to the police. The victim may have been informed by the police to stay off of social media until they're done investigating. These type of crimes do need to be reported, even if it's uncomfortable. Think about the other children or whatever that you could be saving from this type of person. Now, in the video, we heard Breion state that Charli had went to ROYCE's platform on Bigo. ROYCE is another content creator over there on Bigo, but he went to ROYCE's to tell his story, and I do have that as well. Now, all I saw was deflection, but you guys let me know in the comment section how this sits with you, and I'll be back at you after we look at this clip. Let's go.
And when we ask them simple questions like, okay, how can you prove that Charli is banned from Augusta? Because Charli's address was just exposed and it's Augusta address. Don't try to hit me with an excuse. If anybody from Augusta know, my last address, what did it say? Hepzibah, Georgia. If you from Augusta, you know Hepzibah, Georgia is Augusta, child. Hepzibah is the outskirts. Am I lying? Hepzibah, Fort Gordon, Georgia. That's all damn near Augusta, Georgia. That's like saying you stay like Liyah, she's Liyah or whatever. Or no, somebody staying like Sandy Springs. That's basically staying in the metro Atlanta. So again, that was in Augusta, the CSRA. That's considered Augusta. So how am I banned from Augusta? Also, Royce, hold on real quick. Let me make another point. You remember when me and Liyah went to court? You remember Liyah was summoned to come down to James Brown Courthouse, and James Brown Courthouse is in Augusta. It's the reason why she was summoned there. You know why? Because I'm a resident. Anytime you take somebody into court in Augusta, the judges make you come to Augusta. So that's why Liyah and her mama had to come to Augusta in court. So that further proves he lied. How am I banned from Augusta? Like, that don't even make sense. So what?
You know what? I'm glad you kind of brought up the whore of the app. The lady that can't find her kid's father.
Dorito head. Ooh.
The convict that's. I'm sorry. Okay. It's funny that you brought that up because I've seen this individual today on that panel with the guy that is accusing these allegations against you. So do we feel like she's behind any of these this storyline or anything like that? Do you feel like it's an attack on your platform to try to take you down?
She realizes her attack on my platform with herself is not working because a lot of people know that she's not a victim. She's called the cops on people on live. I mean, you can pull up the thread literally on YouTube. So, you know what I'm saying? Call CPS on people. This bitch is not innocent. So, of course, people are not falling for that bullshit except my haters and people that already didn't like me. That don't count. You know what I'm saying? My angels is still rocking with me. I mean, the numbers don't lie. So, I think that's why she conspired this bullshit-ass lie with Timmy PA. And they both just been working with each other to take me down. Excuse me, baby, that's that beer. But it's no proof. It's just like, that's a stick. And then, girl, guess what? He just dropped alleged proof. Do you not know that alleged proof is a picture of somebody bent down? So you mean to tell me we supposed to identify your rapist by an ass shot, and then this is your rapist, but it looked like in the video, you and the person that's penetrating you, because it wasn't Charli, you like it. So I'm confused. I'm like, bitch, damn.
He said he like it. So we're gonna get into the details in just 2 months.
You gotta reel me in. You know, I'm used to being an interviewer, so
I'm gonna reel you in because you wasn't present. You wasn't present earlier. So this is my thing as well. I gotta be non-biased in the situation.
Am I live? Okay, get it together, admin.
She a broke troll anyway. Good night. It's giving. Sorry, Miss Tom K, but girl, you know. So it's giving very much right. If situation like this, when someone is coming to Bigo and saying that somebody touched them or somebody raped them or whatever the case may be, we have to take that seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we have to take that into accountability, and it has to be serious on all parts. So, and from the victim's quote unquote alleged defense, if you was of age and he was younger and you guys came into some type of sexual orientation, it is completely wrong. I just want to put that narrative on the table. It's wrong on all in any spectrum. But I do know how the community works. I do understand Grindr. I do understand Jack. You guys meet up. Y'all don't ask no questions. Everybody has sex. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then everybody just disappears. But the mere fact he's saying that him and the guy continue to have sex 5 more times and he enjoyed it kind of gives me a question mark. So earlier today, he jumps up on the panel and says, this situation happened 6 years ago, what places you at the age of 20 and what places him as the quote-unquote alleged victim at the age of 15.
Yeah, I
do you understand?
do. That's why I'm taking it serious. And I was in a relationship. I mean, I know that may not mean anything, but I don't know this dude. Like, I was in a happy relationship then. So I don't even, what the fuck? The timeline makes no sense.
At all.
So.
At all, because he was trying to show messages of you guys communicating. I didn't see any of those valid messages. Again, they were something that Liyah had.
Of course, Liyah had.
I don't know why he was not showing it was something that Liyah.
Of course, it came. If y'all seeing it, the common denominator is Liyah. But continue, boo. Continue.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now he goes on to say, he said 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, but I'm really going to zone
Oh,
in
he
with
kept
6 since
switching
he
it
said
up.
that
Oh
was the
wow.
most. Um,
Mm.
yeah, you know, I was there. I seen it all go down. I seen it all happen. Now, my question is this next. At 20 years old, could you kind of give us a background into your life and what was really going on with you at 20 years old? I know you've had like some family situations and different things like that. Could you just briefly
Well,
touch
I
bases
haven't
on
really
that?
had any family situations. According to Bigo, they say I did, but I was adopted at 2 weeks. I think people think that's a traumatic story. Like, I'm not motherless. I was adopted by my auntie and my uncle. I had 2-parent household. My parents are military. They're retired now. I was good, middle class life, nothing out of the blue. And then at 20, I was living with my fiance. I was in a relationship. I told y'all that. Like, it's no tea there. I don't. And then the person said I'm banned
Okay.
in Augusta, but last time I checked, the last address y'all had was Augusta. And then he said the only thing that he could say is that I worked at Electrolux. I just had a story time. This is how you know the person literally made this up. I had a story time a couple days ago saying that I used to work at Electrolux and Apple. So you literally come out the blue and you say that's the only thing he could say is, yeah, how would I know he worked at Electrolux, nigga? Because I just said I did. And my supporters knew, like, what? Days ago. So that is giving literally the person was watching me. Him and Liyah created this storyline. It makes no sense. Y'all have to understand. I'm Charli with the T. It has to be receipts. Like, period. You didn't show a picture of yourself. You didn't cam up. So how will we know
Then
that it's you in the video? Too. So y'all know it ain't
who it
me, but also
is?
how will we know that it's you in the video? Like, this shit don't make no sense. But continue, but
Okay, so it's giving. He said you also picked him up and tried to bribe him with food for sexual
what?
favors. You guys never got into a car together or
Hell
anything like that.
no. What the fuck? I thought he got allegedly raped. So you're doing deals for food? Damn. What type of EBT shit? Eat better today, fuck tomorrow type shit is going on? No, that sounds like a whole complete lie. Like, why the fuck would I offer some fucking food? Like, what?
Cause he's 15 at the time, so it's easily to try to reel
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
in
okay.
with
I see
maybe
what you're
candy,
saying. No, it
treats,
wasn't that,
food.
baby. It was not a bribe. I don't even know the guy. He didn't come up, so I don't even, like, what? We talk about Ghost, Casper. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be real, like, him up. Like, I don't see how we can't even get into that part, because that shit don't make sense in general. I don't know who the person is. What type of car did you get in? What day was it? You said it was 5 years ago. You said it was 6 years ago. You said it was 7 years ago. How can you identify me from my butt if I was a top? He said I sent him a booty picture of me face down, ass up. If there's a booty picture, show a text thread. This don't sound like a person that was raped. Period.
That's what I was also. That's what I was also mentioning. If he has the messages, if he's able to pull up a video from 6 years ago on a camera that was allegedly filmed in his auntie's home, an adult should have been able to have contact of that video. Okay. First of all, after 30 or 90 days, that evidence erases. So if somebody saved that video for 6 years, I was waiting for police reports. I was waiting for some type of thread against you or anything like that. But he goes on this platform to say, I want you guys to pay $25 a pop to get it from Twitter. They then try to place it in Discord, and then they did try to like sell it
Wow.
on Bigo or something like that. So if it's child pornography at the age of 15 and you're 20 years old, I don't care who name is attached to it. I don't want to pay to see a child being
Exactly. And
touched or
Tammy said she
molested.
was trying to get the
Allegedly,
video.
you
That
know
is
what I'm saying? In
that is
general.
sick. I see what you're saying. That's some still. Even if whoever it was, it's the fact that y'all knowing this person is selling child pornography and you jumping on it. That is some weird shit. Period.
It's the mere fact he tried
Yes.
to sell it to the audience. I felt like that was kind of a scam because you know we hear of victims and we hear their story. We don't knock them, But I'm curious as to what made them think to charge everybody $25 for a molestation video. He's alleging that Charli abusing him sexually. Why would you guys wanna pay for that when he could easily take
Exactly.
that to the courthouse or anything like that? Thank y'all babies all for the gifts. I see all
Thank
y'all
y'all
taking
too.
screenshots. Thank you. And try to make you guys pay for it and then present it on
Mm.
Bigo.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
That's crazy.
But Charli, I am not going to hold you. It's kind of hard for me to believe that you and this young man does not have no interactions
How
whatsoever.
is that?
Because I don't
Can
think
I ask
nobody
you a
will come
question?
up here to
How is that
say they
hard?
know somebody
How
and
is
they
that hard
completely
when we
don't.
live in a time of clout
Because did
chases?
you?
Like, you have to have some type of, at least with Jalen, AJ, the person, me and AJ. Yes, he lied about the age part. He was 19. Again, I was 24. But there was proof there that we had some interaction. You get what I'm saying? This person didn't come up, Royce. I know you smarter than this. I'm not calling you dumb, but I know damn well, you know, it's definitely
I
believable
know.
that somebody can randomly come on this app. Well, look at the actions, no face. You're 21 now, okay? You're not a child now, so bitch, show your face. Tell me your name. You said you want to fight. It sounds like this person wanted to create a Charlie and Aylin J situation part 2. He thought I was going to react and meet him. Let me tell you how I
Again,
knew he was a clout chaser. He said, meet me right now at this place in Augusta. Why would I meet you and fight you if it didn't happen? Charlie don't have no... Bitch, if I was guilty, then I would react. You saw how I reacted with Jalen because I was pissed. Something happened with me and Jalen. He sucked my dick. But he was
you and
clout
him have a
chasing and I
history. You have a
reacted
past, which
because
is
we
what I'm
had
trying to explain.
history. I'm not gonna... That proves, my actions prove that I don't care enough to go fight you. Just show your face. Show a receipt. I'm telling him, I'm literally in the room like, add me up. Can you please show a receipt? Put me in a jail if it happened. Charlie ain't running from no smoke. So that proves that he's faking. That proves that he's lying. No shade. So I don't know how it's hard to believe, but I get you, boo. But baby, it's not hard to believe. This plan, this story backfired. That's why he kept dropping. The lives kept
It
ending.
backfired.
And again,
It's
he
black.
asked for $25 worth. I'm a victim of molestation. I would never charge for a fucking video. And how you know he's lying as well is he said his auntie's.
What is,
He said his auntie's camera. So you mean to tell me he called his auntie? His auntie been holding on to this video for 5, 6, 7 years without going to the police?
years.
Augusta,
That's what
Richland
I'm
County
saying.
don't fucking play. They would have
Mm-hmm.
had me in the jail. So again, it's believable that he's
Exactly.
motherfucking lying and I ain't did it. But continue.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We touching base. We get hot. Okay, it's getting a little steamy or whatever the case may be. Now, it's giving. He's saying you guys were neighbors in the same neighborhood.
But
My whole thing is with the communication in the text messages. Do you have any text messages between him at all stating like meet up or hanging out or high and by at
unfortunately, I
all?
don't
Any
because
of
I
it?
don't know the person.
No, no,
No,
nothing.
ma'am.
No, nothing. So we haven't even clearly gotten into the video. We haven't even clearly gotten into the video of you doing the allegations. We haven't even seen the. Okay, so from what I seen in the video, it is a guy. It is a guy, right? They're engaging in activities, but I cannot clearly see either of their faces too much verbatim. The guy does look a little bit thicker. The guy who is on top, and you are a top,
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
You're bottom
especially
top.
5 years ago, I was in
Okay.
a relationship where I was a top child. So,
Period. He does seem a little bit thicker than you.
and
So
then he dark as
it is
like he
very hard to
dark.
identify
He's dark. The
anybody in the
person is
video.
darker than me too. So, I mean, I was just being real. So,
And he's dark. You know, back then we didn't have too much light, and it's dark. I'm really trying to be fair on both sides of the spectrum, but from what I observed earlier today, it was a shit show. It was a scandal. The guy saying, and I'm just gonna give you the rundown really briefly. He's saying that you was his next door neighbor. You came over. You know what I'm saying? You forcefully placed yourself on him or whatever the case may be. And it gave another situation to where you bribed him with food and tried to get him into sexual activities again. And then he liked it so much. So he was in the closet, but he liked it so much that he continued to have sex with you 5 separate other
So you
times.
knew where I stayed
Okay?
allegedly, and
He continued
you and
to.
your auntie didn't press charge. That would make it easier to locate me then. It just makes no sense. And then he said his whole family wanted to kill me or something. I'm not welcome in Augusta. Like, what?
Yes, family want to fight you. People want to try
This
to
is so
come out and
weird.
kill you. It's a lot going on with this
Yeah,
whole
this is so
ordeal.
weird, girl. That they made this up. That is so crazy.
Okay. And what makes it even more weird is that some of your ops was a part of the whole panel, and they was up here making up receipts. So I don't even want to show the text messages because I just feel like they came from
Oh, they
somebody who
actually made some. They
does not
made
like you.
made some threads, girl. That's what you saying?
It was like
What?
some messages. So, but it came from you know who. So I'm not
And
even
then
thinking
I
that
got
they're
some
valid.
screenshots of Liyah confirming that it's a lie. Like she put it in Discord. She said, "Oh, I don't even believe this." Even truth teller, like these are bitches that I call him lie teller. They even confirmed that it don't sound right. Of course, Liyah know it don't sound right because she made it up. You see what I'm saying? Now they want to admit it don't sound right. They're trying to take the smoke up off of them. It's giving a storyline that got sabotaged and it flipped. Shout out to Auntie Tommy K because I was gonna go live because I had just got off, but I didn't feel, you know, when you just get off, and I knew I had a PK later, so I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna get into this shit until later. But Tommy K was live, and I went to Tommy K live, and we debunked everything, literally, like, because they wouldn't let me up on the panel. You know, I was trying to
Okay.
get on the panel, girl.
No, so it's basically him expressing himself and how he feel because you guys have to understand, accusing somebody of rape or any involuntary intimacy that can really tarnish their brand. That can really harm their reputation. That can really hinder a lot of activities for them to prosper in real life. Okay. So, and from that part alone, Charli, what do you see yourself doing in regards to this matter?
I was gonna actually just pay it and just actually put it in God's hands because it's really just not. To me, it's nothing. It's no proof. Like it's nothing. It's nothing real. So I can't. You know what I'm saying? Take it serious. But I feel like everybody's telling me, you know what? Handle that shit. So I'm gonna move in silence and I'm gonna handle that shit. I can't really say too much. But you know, especially the people that was really, you know, eating that shit up. So that's all I'm gonna say. But at the end of the day, as far as the cloud chaser, I don't
I
know
would
his
like to
name.
hear.
I don't know who they are. So what can't really do nothing as far as that. You feel me? Like I really swear to God, I don't know who the person is. This is
I would
weird.
like to hear from the auntie. So he called some woman on the phone who allegedly is supposed to be the aunt. I would like to hear from that aunt. And if she's a grown woman and she saw anything of ill activity, thank y'all for the gifts, ill activity going on, and it's 6 years later and there's no papers or anything placed up against you, it's more so falling into that adult's, you know what I'm saying? It's in her hands at this moment. Because she came up today, he called some woman on the phone, and she said she got cameras
Yeah,
in
he
her house
called
and
this
whatever
lady
the case
on
may
the
be.
phone
My whole
exactly, and
ordeal
she
is if she's the
confirmed, Royce,
adult,
didn't she? Can you say that again? A grown up confirmed that a alleged
she
video
confirmed.
of Charli raping your nephew in your house, and you didn't do nothing, knowing that this person was your neighbor allegedly. You didn't go to the jail. You didn't go to like this shit. Don't make no sense at all. And then now you just coming out with like, girl. Then they said I was
This don't make
banned.
sense.
That should tell y'all that this is a lie. Hepzibah Joy, didn't Liyah just leak my address? My social was leaked. Everybody knows I moved back to Augusta, Georgia. I'm not hiding shit at all. That ain't nothing to hide. How am I banned from a city that I just went to court in?
Mm-hmm. Okay, if it was me, Charli, because this is very crucial to your future or whatever the case may be, I would try to get some type of protection on yourself. Okay. And I feel like if they're teaming up behind the scenes with Liyah or whoever, is gonna really try to come back tenfold to basically harm you in a sense. Okay? So I think you may need some type of protection if this stuff is not true. Okay. From so far, he had a tape. He tried to charge people for the tape. He's playing these Mickey Mouse games or whatever the case may be. You see a video and it's not clear. He has an aunt on the app that's saying, this what happened or whatever, but she never took it to court. Like something in this story just not making sense.
Yeah,
And it
I can
seems a
tell.
little
I'm
fishy
telling you,
behind the
eye to eye,
scenes.
man
Okay.
to woman, that I don't know this person, Royce. I know for some reason it's hard for you to believe it, but
Yeah, I
I'm
believe
telling
you.
you that I did not
No,
contact him. At
I
least the
believe it's a
difference
lie.
with Jalen, like y'all got to look at my history. I own up to shit. Like I didn't duck nothing with me and Jalen. I said the man sucked my dick. He was 19. You know what I'm saying? And then you saw how I reacted. So y'all should got kind of, if you want to compare those situations, I went to go beat his ass for a reason because you're playing on my top, and we really did have history. I'm not trying to go find this person that's lying on me because it's a clear lie. Like, what? Why would I? You got to look at somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be wanting to fight and scrap you, nigga. You're lying. The person wanted to meet up with me and allegedly fight. Show me your face. Show me who the fuck you like. What? Fight a ghost, nigga?
Charli, this is a real sticky situation, and I'm proud of you for being an adult and taking some heed
Y'all
out
want me
into
to
it or
be
whatever the case may
lying
be.
so bad,
Y'all,
but
if he
there's
is
no
lying and the
proof.
young man has proof or he has evidence, he need to not be running to Bigo. He need
Right.
to run to the courthouse. He need to not be charging
$25.
people to watch a 15-year-old porn and sex tape. He need to be going to the police.
He wanna fight me
He need to
instead,
be going to
Royce.
the
He
cops.
wanna fight
So
me
even if
though.
something went on, whatever the case be, he's here trying to extort you guys for
Addressing
money.
K9 on
He wants
what?
money out of you
Why would I have
guys.
to address
So
K9?
that's
He said
where
he
it
wanna
really gets a
fight
little
me,
bit
and I
murky.
already said if he pull up, that's his last pull up. Why would I address K9, y'all? We ain't talking about him.
So y'all kind of see where the lines kind of cross, where the
Correct.
iffiness kind of cross. And Charli saying he don't know the guy, whatever. The guy don't have no receipts or no real evidence placed up against him. And then this video I seen.
Then how you gonna say in the video it has my face? He said all that, Royce, but in that video, how does that have my face when it's not me? Like, goddamn.
Maybe you have another one from what I have.
Oh, no.
If you
Let
don't
me
mind
send it to
sending me
you right
that on the
now.
back end, because maybe we have two
Because
totally different videos.
I just have a screenshot of an angle. Like that they was trying to say it's me, which it don't look like me. This is pathetic, girl. Like, at least make it believable. Goddamn. I got a big ass head. That is not fucking me. Shit.
It's giving big head.
Hold
Y'all,
on, I'm
I
about
try to
to
be
swipe
fair on
up
all
and send it to
sides, but
you.
it is some loopholes in that young man's story. So, I don't know. 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 I don't think it's him at all. I don't think it's him in the video at all. It don't really look like him in the video at all.
Okay,
It
go
just
check me.
don't. I hope not either. To mess up anybody's platform or anybody's reputation, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's him.
Can y'all run it up real quick? This is the last PK. Can we get 99 maces, y'all? I'm trying to get to this ninth box. Lock us in.
Charli,
What?
baby.
What? How you feel from that? Girl, yes, that's the
Not that's what
receipt,
he presented to
allegedly.
the
That
courts.
proves that that's supposed to be me. That the people want it to be me so bad, and that's what makes it sick. Like, y'all pushing for it to be me. Like, damn, just push for the facts to come out. The fact is that that's not me. That's supposed to be me, girl.
I wonder if I can show this on here. You know, I'm gonna do my best. You know, I get out of jail. We love you, Bigo. Don't do too much. Okay. I'll give it to you guys since we're doing a little rendezvous. Okay. Since we're doing a little rah-rah. Okay. Hold on. Y'all know I got points and stuff. They'll come get me out of jail. Hopefully they'll. Okay. All right. So this is allegedly Charli. Okay. Y'all take with it as you want. Take with it as you will. This is allegedly Charli. And he's the first person, so we're gonna scratch him out. And we're only gonna focus on Charli. Hold on, let me say that. Let's scratch him out. Okay. What do you guys think?
Auntie! Thank you. Oh my god. Hold on, Royce. We can't. Damn, this big gift just came and took over the screen. Okay, there you go. There you go. Thank
Oh
you, baby.
no.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
big
Show it one more
gifts.
time if you can. Only if you can. Only if you can. Okay, well,
Okay,
that's
I can.
allegedly supposed
They
to be
ain't got me,
me.
so we can
Thank
do.
you, auntie lady. That's supposed to be me. And y'all gotta make this shit believable. Somebody said you unbothered because it's just, it's unbelievable. This storyline don't make no sense.
Okay. So ones in the comments, if y'all see that darn picture and y'all think it's Charlie, just put a one. Period. Shout out to the angels, some of my babies. Okay, we got one,
Thank
a
you.
little piece.
Twos if you
Okay.
don't. Twos
Okay.
if you don't.
If I start saying repeats, twos, right. Twos if you don't think that's Charlie. Hold on, I'll put it up again for y'all.
I rest my case.
Ooh.
Then they gonna blur out the nigga
Ooh.
face. Like that's the main part. Show the. You gonna show the nose? That my nose is too big, nigga. Like what?
And who is Lady
Some
Gilliam, the
random
person that's
person.
hosting this event? Who is Lady Gilliam? Do
No,
you
these
have
are
any
true
any
clout
relationship with
chasers.
her
I
at
guess they
all?
thought their story was gonna really, really break the Bigo atmosphere. Even my enemies didn't want to. You know, Liyah was condoning it at first because she made it up. But when she realized they start backfiring, you notice they start running away. Liyah was starting to disengage
It
from
wasn't
it.
him for them.
Tammy PA was disengaging it. Everybody that
Mm.
started it started paying it because they realized it was bullshit. They couldn't ride on it. Even Lady Red, weird ass, she went live saying, "Oh, it's Charlie." Then she started changing her tune. They all weird. Thank
Thank
y'all so
you.
much.
Thank
Cause this
you.
was a good round. We was neck and neck. No shade. You was beating my ass.
It's a snipe
Y'all.
for
They
me.
about to
Y'all
try
was
to
close.
snipe
Keep
again.
sniping. Y'all was close. But it's cool.
Yeah,
Snipe
yes,
again.
yes, auntie. Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
girl. They wrong
Period.
for it. I'm going to put this over. Period. Period, lady. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
think we can
Thank you,
hit
Henny
10
Bo
boxes,
Beanies.
y'all.
Thank you,
No
Mom.
shade.
Thank you, everybody. We love y'all. I
So what you
think
think? So give
this
me
is a
your
dud.
give me your final thoughts. Like, what is it now that you talk to me?
This is my final
Mm-hmm.
thoughts. This is my final thoughts, right? You know, I'm just gonna be honest. This is my final thoughts. I feel like people know how to work Bigo and they see what works for them and they like to gain a little clout. They like to gain a little, a little feel once they get a little adrenaline going. You've had these allegations prompted before and nothing happened from then. So here comes another one trying to do the same thing that they saw the last person do. Um, Unfortunately, we did see your enemies attached to this story as well, which kind of waters it down for me. It waters that whole little momentum down a little bit for me. But if he is victim or whatever the case may be,
Yes.
he has to take it to the law. He has to take it to court. Bigo is not the courthouse. Bigo is not justice. Bigo is not, that realm or that space that'll get you, what you're looking for, your end result, which is to take the person down, right? A page is temporary. But if he did something so grand and in that spectrum, you would think you would want to try to lock him away forever. At least that's what I would do. My abuser or
Instead of
whoever,
selling
they're going
something.
down and they're going
Okay.
down forever. You know? So and then he tried to sell the video. He tried to sell it for $25 a pop on Twitter. Said he was gonna lock his Twitter page. Mind you, it ain't have no followers or nothing on it. And he was trying to sell it on Twitter, where it can easily be copied or played over again, or I don't want
Thank
to see a
y'all.
15-year-old engaging in no sexual activity, not alone him in a video fighting for his life. You get off me, and him experiencing, that type of hardship for the first time or whatever. I don't want to see. I don't want to pay for it. Also, I have a little bit of when it come down to a 6-year-old video that was recorded on his auntie's house cameras, which means if you would have walked in her door at 20 years old and her 15-year-old nephew was in the house, she would have detected that. She would have seen it on her cell phone. Cameras in the house are connected to cell phones. She would have saw that video and she would immediately, like, she would have called, who the hell are walking in my house? Get him out of my house. Like, anything would have happened. Not only that, it would have been audio of you guys engaging in sexual activities. Like, it would have been more. She's an adult watching a 20-year-old
Come
engage with a
on.
15-year-old against his will. I'm going to have a little. I have a little one too about that. You know what I'm saying? I have a little shaky about this. So do I believe you guys have Grinder? Do I believe the community they link up on Jack? Do I believe they don't ask questions about how old everybody is? Damn, they don't even ask for probably no STD testing. I'm just gonna be real. And they link up and they have sex? Absolutely. Do I feel like a 15-year-old at the time saying that he was in the closet and, you know, he was trying to explore his options or whatever probably happened? Yes. Probably didn't happen with you,
Okay,
but everybody's
I ain't want
horny
to
at
cut you
15
because
and
you know
20.
how it be when you in the
Go
middle of the
ahead.
talk. So no, somebody made a good point, girl.
Yeah.
They said if it's a house camera, why was it focused on a body? That look like a fucking phone position for like a Twitter, like a sex. Like that's another thing. I ain't even think to focus on that part. Why is it focused on the fucking bed or a table level to the body? Like that's the whole porn tape. So again, that debunks it right
Nah,
there. Like then you blur
that's the
out
whole
my
porn
alleged
tape.
face. If you
Baby, they
had
was
to
trying to
see, I
sell a
would have
porn.
exposed it. Like that's not real,
Ain't it?
y'all.
Thank y'all for the gifts. I would have exposed it. I would have ran it
Yup,
down. I would have had my police documents ready for that ass. I would have took you to court. You would have been
correct.
buried playing with anything that looked like me over here.
Mm.
It's just giving. It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. It's a lot of questions to
Yeah, it's
this.
just
And then you
how it
bribing
go
him with
from
food.
rape to a
It's a little
bribe.
sketchy.
So
It's
a
a little
business
murky.
deal. I'm confused.
And then if you had touched him inappropriately, allegedly, and he gave 5 extra times. He said y'all did it 5 more times after that, and he liked it verbatim. He said he enjoyed it. So to be honest, Mr. Charlie, sir, it's a sad day, and it's unfortunate on your behalf. You know what I'm
No, it's
saying?
cool, Royce. I
It's
can
very
handle this though.
unfortunate on
I'm
your
not
behalf.
playing a victim. You know, people said this is my karma. I was like, damn, that's some weak karma. And the fact that y'all saying that this is karma, like that's sick. I'm not hurt. I'm not bothered, but that's not
Even
karma,
as a
y'all. This
kid,
is somebody just clout chasing. No shade. That's all it is. But Royce, am I vindicated? Is it given I'm vindicated? It's no receipt, so I guess
you know what? For now, your ass is not on ice. Cause I was coming over here to get the 1 and 2. For now, you are not on ice. You are not on ice. I feel like he's gonna try
he's
to come back a
hurt.
little bit harder. Him and his team is maybe come back a little bit stronger, or whatever. But for right
Well,
now,
thank
you're
you,
not on
Queen Royce,
ice,
for
sir.
coming
You are
to
clear to
interview
go.
me. It's rare that people interview. Yeah, a tell all. More
Not
so a
an
tell all. But
interview,
it's rare that people
more
have
so a tell
conversations
all.
with
We was
me. You
getting
know what
into
I'm saying? So this was really a key, and I really enjoyed it. So I definitely would call on you a lot to ask me the questions because you really, you wasn't
yes.
scared to ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? So no,
I wasn't. I ain't trying to be
I
mean, but you
fucked with
know,
it. She was
we
definitely
gotta weigh the
fair,
options.
but
We gotta weigh the
yeah, girl, I
situation.
got people in the queue that they want to get to me, so I'm gonna end it. But I feel like we're gonna end it on this note. This
Yep.
was good. Thank you, Miss Royce. This was a good conversation, boo. All right, baby.
Yes.
Thank you, my
Thank
love.
you, baby.
Now, let's go over a few things. The fact that he was doing the PK, which a PK on Bigo is where you kind of press, the objective is for the people watching to send donations and things like that, diamonds, whatever type of gifts, which eventually turn into money while interviewing about the allegations. The fact that he was focused on the gifts rather than focusing on his side of the story is definitely telling. Now, Royce does admit that she watched the video, which she admits that she watched child porn, as well as Charli admitted that he watched the video as well. Now, his points were very weak. He really didn't prove anything. The whole ban from Augusta is petty. People molest others all the time or rape others all the time and are not banned from cities or states. Now, I get it. Him and Liyah do have, a shaky background. They're going through a lot. A lot has taken place, which we will probably go over at some time. But the whole blaming Liyah, in my opinion, was deflections from the accusations. Charli also stated that the victim put out a video, which was a video him and Royce admitted that they watched. But I'm sure the picture was posted because the video would have been removed for violation of terms and services on a lot of apps. Royce brought up that the alleged victim said it happened 5 times or more and he enjoyed it. That happens with victims, just like when people have sex consensually, they may climax. It doesn't mean that he didn't take advantage of this alleged victim at 15. So Charli then admits that at age 20, which was allegedly when he abused this victim, he was living with his fiance. But he said that like people don't cheat. Like when predators abuse children or other adults, like they don't cheat on their spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend. Now, he did say that he's Charli with the T, and I quote, "You have to show receipts," end quote. But he has not showed any receipts in this situation, which in my opinion is another reason why I was concerned that Royce took his word just right out the door like that. Now, when Royce talks about some of the things that the victim said, example, that they picked up food, Charli acts as if he didn't even know about that detail. Like he didn't watch the video. Like he didn't hear what the victim said. Interesting. Then Charli tries to shame the victim and say that the victim was doing deals for food, basically saying that the victim was having sexual relations for food, as if predators don't gift their victims. That actually happens often where predators gift their victims. That was interesting as well. Charli then calls the victim Casper and says cam up, as if because he didn't cam up, that means that the alleged victim is lying. Now, Royce brought up the video being kept for 6+ years. Now, that is very easy to do. The victim could have saved it to Google Drive or put it on a flash drive, etc. There are several ways that somebody could hold on to a video 6, 7, 8, 9 years, period. Royce then says that she's waiting on the police reports and that by now, 6+ years, there should be one. But oftentimes when victims, rape victims, molestation victims are abused, it never comes out. So that means nothing. And as far as Royce saying, why did the victim try to sell the video via Twitter, Discord, and so on? I think the victim just wanted to post the video for proof and somewhere it wouldn't get flagged. I admit, in reality, that didn't look good on the victim's part, but it also didn't look good that Royce, as well as Charli, were doing a PK while talking about the situations. And of course, donations, which turn into money, were given. But in my opinion, the video should have went straight to the police. I do feel like Charli was using Royce to get clearance from the accusations with her being a female. If he could get a female to side with him, then that would cause possibly more females to side with him. I heard some type of mention in that of another possible victim. Now, I don't know what's up with that, but if there's one, there's more. Now, last but not least, Charli stated that he would definitely be in jail if this happened, but that is definitely bullshit. See, several predators walk the streets and live life without ever going to jail for the abuse that they caused. Now, in my opinion, like I said before, I side with the victim in this case. I do want to know more about it. I hope that the victim does go and bring this to authorities and does press charges, because the fact that Charli is just out here, I've seen other type of behavior, which is alarming. However, we'll have to see what happens in this case. Now, this situation, I haven't really seen any more about this situation, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, people may take sides. There's this random person that comes, you know, onto Bigo and has these accusations. They're not normally on the app or they don't have a page set up, etc. But we gotta take these type of things serious, because this only stands to show that other survivors that have not come out yet possibly should. And the more that we support them, the more that, you know, we really try to have their back, at least until we find out what's going on. Now, if a alleged victim comes out and it's brought out that the person is lying, that is another topic. You know what I'm saying? But in situations like this, there is a lot of grooming going on. And if you listen to my video about Larry Reed and how sometimes people will, you know, groom people into certain situations, then you might catch my drift on where I'm going with this. But again, for now, this is another one of the situations that's going on social media, mainly Bigo, but that has got my eye, just like the Larry Reid situation. Just because I'm not talking about it right now, I'm kind of waiting for some things to come out, as in this situation with Charli and his alleged victim. Now, shout out to the alleged victim. I do believe you. I hope you are telling the truth, because accusations like this are serious, and you know, it would be unfortunate if this was some type of thing that Liyah came up with. However, I'm not pointing my fingers at Liyah at this time, because, well, Charli gotta show some proof rather than just blaming somebody that he's actively beefing with. I wanna see proof, right? You said receipts, Charli? Okay, show receipts. But anyway, I will be keeping my eyes, you know, glued to this situation and others that I cover. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit that like button, it is free. And you will see me or hear my voice in another video. I didn't really have time to go live. I had some other things that I had to do. I'm kind of just doing this video throughout my free time as I go, which I will probably continue to do more, child, because y'all like to hear my take on things. But we will look more into Bigo, Miko, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook personalities as we go. Hopefully, you know, it's not always a case like this. If you have not, check out my true crime TV channel, because I did look at a situation where TKO Capone was crying over Sinful the P, a hebephile that had molested a 14-year-old girl. Well, I think she was like 13 at the time, and pimped her and got her pregnant. He has allegedly passed away. He had, you know, failed to register, was not interested in that, and went to Canada after serving a prison sentence, which I have fully documented over there as well. So make sure you check out that video if you're interested in Bigo type of content. I was just amazed at the fact that this man, TKO Capone, could, you know, raise up somebody that had victimized an underage child and made a child with them that is now fatherless. Anyway, I digress. Much love. Stay you, stay royal, stay uncompromisable, and please stay woke, because you will see me or hear my voice in another video, live stream, or edit that I create. Bye-bye.